Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, doing the video and the announcement on Haney versus Diaz. The Is On video. So Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz is on. That fight is going to take place December 4th. That's a Saturday. And it's going to be the main event of a DAZN card. And it will be for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. Whatever version you want to call it, it's the regular, or maybe to some people it's the official WBC Lightweight title. I think him and Teofimo Lopez have claim to the belt. So I call them both the WBC champion because the WBC called them that. They said, Devin Haney's our champion before, and this is before Lopez fought Vasily Lomachenko, because they wanted so badly for that fight to be for the undisputed title, and Lomachenko was the franchise champion, that the WBC came out and said, we want this to be for, this is both of these guys. Lomachenko is the champion right now, and so is Haney. So they're both still the champion until they clear that up, till the WBC declares one or the other the world champion. They're both the champ. But Devin Haney, he legitimized, in his last fight, he legitimized his world title when he defeated Jorge Linares, the former 3-division champ. He beat him. I thought it was a convincing decision, but there were, I had some debates about late in the fight right there. He got hurt, and he got hurt badly against Jorge Linares, and he held on for dear life, illegally holding, because he was jumping at Jorge Linares to grab him, and he never even got warned. He might have got warned once right at the tail end of it, but he was holding on, nearly leaping at Jorge Linares to hold him because he was hurt so bad. And that gave me some, questions about whether he would have held on if he, held on for the win, if he wouldn't have gotten caught, or if he wouldn't have been able to hold without being penalized so much. Because once the referee warns you and then takes a point away, you start not doing the same things. You start watching yourself, and you leave yourself open still, possibly. You don't hold, and you get hit. And he was badly hurt in the 10th and 11th round, and even the 12th round, he was still kind of out of it. But I believe he won the fight. It went to the scorecards. He won the fight by a clean decision. No argument outside of that controversy at the end. But he is the legitimate, he is a legitimate lightweight now, in my opinion. He earned himself a top 10 spot. I got him right there. I think at the end of the top 5. I think he's number 5 right now. And he's taking on Joseph Diaz, the former 130-pound champion that I felt was number 6. Is number 6 in the lightweight division coming into this fight. Because Diaz decided to fill in for Ryan Garcia, I believe it was in July or August, and he took on Javier Fortuna for the WBC interim title, and he surprised me. Even though I did pick him to win a close fight, he went in there and did exactly that, won a close fight, moving up another weight class. So that was impressive. He's been hungry since. He was signed on to fight Ryan Garcia on November 27th, and Garcia backed out of the fight, and Devin Haney started talking a bunch of shit. They went back and forth, and Diaz called it. He said, this fight's going to happen. Count on it in December. And they made the fight happen, and I'm happy for both guys. I really am. Devin Haney, people think I hate on Devin Haney. No, I don't. I hate that Devin Haney calls out people after he hadn't beaten anybody yet. And he was sitting there saying people are scared to fight him. He was a paper champion. He got handed a world title. He didn't beat anybody good to win the world title. And when Lomachenko decided to not fight him in a mandatory defense because he wanted to fight a legitimate guy in Teofimo Lopez, they handed him a world title. He was a paper champion. Now he's legitimized himself more by beating Jorge Linares. And he can continue to legitimize himself more and quite honestly move ahead of Ryan Garcia if he beats Jojo Diaz. And he has a big opportunity right here to do that. And I'm happy he got this fight because yeah, not a lot of people are standing in line to fight Devin Haney. Either they're scared or the promoters won't allow the crossing of the street stuff. And you know, he's getting his opportunity, and I'm happy for him. And Joseph Diaz, I'm happy for him too. This guy's hungry. You know, the whirlwind year that guy's had, that bullshit of missing weight, losing his title on the scales, fighting to a draw with Shavkat Rakhimov at 130. Then he decides to move up to 135, which I thought was a mistake and could burn his ass. He took on Javier Fortuna, and I picked him, but I was very weary about that. And he goes in there and beats him. You know, clean. It was a close but clean, you know, favorable decision. And then he signs on for Ryan Garcia. I'm like, damn, this fool's got balls, because Garcia's a big lightweight. And then when that fight doesn't happen, he decides to take on Devin Haney. He's hungry, and I like that, you know. And Diaz, whether he continues after this at 130 or 135, you know, especially if he were to lose the fight, you know, that him making this decision and doing this is a big deal. And I'm happy that he's doing it, happy that he's taking this risk and this chance. And I'm happy that Devin Haney, you know, signed on for the fight too. And I'm glad, and I think these two guys are going to go out there, and I think it's going to be a pretty solid fight. I do. I think it's going to be competitive, you know, and I really can't wait to see it. It's Saturday, December 4th on DAZN. This is a big-time fight right here in one of the best divisions in boxing. If you guys are just paying attention to names and you don't realize that the lightweight division right now, top to bottom, 1 through 10, you're probably looking at the, you could argue this is the third best division in boxing, behind welterweight and heavyweight. In my opinion, this is the third best division in boxing in terms of pure talent, top to bottom. You know, 1 to 10, they're top 10 guys. Top to bottom, this is the third best division in boxing. And I don't have a problem if people argue it over heavyweight or over even welterweight, because they're just stacked there. A lot of young talent too. And they need these guys fighting each other. The top guys need to fight each other to prove themselves. And Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz are taking that step and going against each other. And I think it's gonna pay off for the winner. I really do. And possibly for the loser too. But especially for the winner, you know, whoever wins this fight, you're gonna have to see them. One of Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. There's no place to run after these guys build themselves up after fighting each other. Somebody's going to have to see these guys, you know, so it's only going to lead to bigger and better things when the best fighters fight each other, and that's what I'm excited about. So I'm looking forward to it again. Saturday, December 4th, Devin Haney, Joseph Diaz, WBC Lightweight Championship of the World on the line at 135 pounds, and I can't wait. I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.